Hello, good afternoon, everyone. So welcome to our briefing today. So can I start now? Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Can I start our briefing now? Is everyone here yet? Okay, there's still people joining. Okay, no problem then. Okay, so let's start our briefing today. So the first thing we will review on our last night. Okay, so so first thing we will review on our last night important economic data first. So the only one previous important economic data on yesterday is the U.S. existing home sales May. The previous is 5.85 million and the forecast is 5.72 million, but the actual is just only 5.8 million, which is higher than the forecast. So the dollar should be bullish, considered bullish or strong. But seriously, but last night as we can see that the US index, I mean the US dollar index is weakened, not better. Okay, so this next thing is we will review on yesterday, the previous day market volatility. So the only trading instrument that had high volatility is the US, is the SAUSD, which is gold. The as we can see here on the right side here, the market graph, I in the red square here, the volatility is declined for 150 pips. As here we can see that. So what is the problem here and what's happened last night? So let's see. Let's read here. Okay, we can see here. Still people joining. Huh? A lot of people coming soon. Okay, now so let's see what is the factor there. Okay, now gold prices fell slightly and spot gold closed at 1778.74 per ounce in late trading last night. Okay, so investors are waiting the Fed Chairman Powell's speech to explore the next move in precious metal prices. So Powell told Congress on Tuesday that the Fed will not preemptively raise interest rates and that inflation factors will weaken over time. So once again, the Powell is calm or the calm the so calm make the investors calm again, like for and in this statement. Okay, so let's see what. So in the next session, we will see what the income what the important economic data we should we focus on today. Okay, so the in EU section there are four economic data we have to take focus. We have to focus on this important economic data. The first one is German. This will talk about the euro dollar, and the other will talk about pound UK. Okay, so let's see the first one, the German market manufacturing PMI flash. Okay, June. So previous is 64.4. The forecast is 63.0. Okay, the data release time is today at 3:30 in the afternoon. So if the indicator is higher than expected, the euro should be considered strong or bullish. So and if the indicator is lower than the expected, then the euro should be considered weak or bearish. Okay, so the next one is UK market CIPS composite. Okay, see quite a lot of people. Okay, CIPS composite PMI flash. The previous is 62.9. The forecast is 62.8. So the data release time is 4:30 in the afternoon today. So higher than the expected readings are bullish for the pound. So and lower than the expected, are bearish for the pound. So the next one is UK market CIPS manufacturing PMI. So previous is 65.6. So the forecast is slightly lower than the previous 64.0. So the data release time is still the same, 4:30 in the afternoon today. Okay, so if the indicator is higher than expected, then the pound should be considered strong or bullish. So and if the indicator is lower than the expected, then the pound should be considered weak and bearish. Okay, so the next one, the last one of EU section. Okay, so UK market CIPS UK services PMI flash again. Okay, now so previous is 62.9, forecast is 63.0. The data release time is still the same, 4:30 in the afternoon today. Okay, so quite these pounds, I mean this the UK economic data is as all will release on 4:30 p.m. in the afternoon today. So if you're any of your client trading about any trading instrument regarding the pound, they should be focused on this time 4:30 in the afternoon today. Okay, now so the last one, okay, so the last one is still this one. If the indicator is higher than the expected, then the pound should be considered strong or bullish. So, and if the indicator is lower than the expected, then the pound should be considered weak or bearish. Okay, so when come to US session tonight, so US section, what economic data we should focus on tonight. So okay, so let's see the 8:30 we have two important economic data. So the economic data are uh, regarding the Canadian dollar. Okay, so the 10 o'clock we'll have the US economic data, and also the 10:30 we'll have the US economic data. But the last one here is talk about the is related to the crude oil, not the US dollar. Okay, now so the first one, let's see the first one. So the Canada retail sales exclude autos monthly April, this one. Okay, so the previous is 4.3%, forecast is negative 5.0% here. So data release time is tonight, is at tonight 8:30. Okay, so if the indicator here is higher than the expected, then the Canadian dollar should be considered strong or bullish. So, and if the indicator is lower than the expected, then the Canadian dollar should be considered weak or bearish. Okay, so come to the next one. Still, is the retail sales monthly April. Okay, so if you want to know what is the difference between them, the retail sales ex autos and retail sales, as you can read here, the economic data anatomy here, that this will explain what is the economic data talk about. Okay, so the previous is 3.6% and the forecast is negative 5.0%. So same as the core one. Okay, now so if the indicator is higher than the expected, then the Canadian dollar should be considered strong or bullish. So, and if the indicator is lower than the expected, then the Canadian dollar should be considered weak or bearish. So these two are talk about Canadian dollar. So let's see the next one. The next one is US new home sales May. Okay, so this one is talking about US dollar because of US economic data. Okay, now so the previous is 863K. Okay, so forecast is 870K. Okay, so the data release time will be at tonight 10 o'clock. So if the indicator is higher than expected, then the dollar should be considered strong or bullish. So, and if the indicator is lower than the expected, then the dollar should be considered weak or bearish. When come to the last one, the last economic data we have to focus on tonight. Tonight is US EIA crude oil stocks change. So the previous is negative 7.355 million. So the forecast is negative 3.625 million. So the data, the actual will release at tonight 10:30 p.m. Okay, so if the stock is higher than the forecast, that means this will not good to the crude oil price. So if the stock is lower than the forecast amount, then we should the WTI crude oil should be considered bullish. Okay, now so for when come to the last part of the briefing today is spotlight. What is the trading instrument we will focus on today? So it's still the same gold, because my gold is this is my favorite favorite trading instrument in this industry. Okay, so the last one, gold resistance level is 1783 and the support level is 17671. Okay, so the personal opinion for my personal opinion for today is still bearish, consider bearish for the market gold trend today. Okay, now so let's see what is a factor that I will see it as a bearish trend. So the market remains skeptical of Powell dovish speech last night. So in addition, strong US stocks and US second housing house data have also put pressure on gold. So however, the fall of the US dollar limited the decline in the price of gold. Okay, so despite Powell's repeated dovish remarks, investors still have lingering fears about the Fed's hawkish stance last week. So you guys remember last week what happened on last week, right? Let's talk about the FOMC meeting last week. Okay, so if the US PCE price index rises again on Friday, which is this upcoming Friday, the market's panic will spread again. That means there will be a very high volatility on this upcoming Friday. Okay, so therefore there is a high probability that gold will have sideways between 1770 until to 1790 price here. I mean, range will be sideways around at this range, at this area. So until the release of US PCE price index this week, so we still have to see what will happen on this upcoming Friday. So we only can know the next move on the gold prices. Okay, so this is our briefing today. So any one of you have any question regarding the briefing today?